Honoring the victims of a tragic murder-suicide in Hopkins and Burnsville last week. According to police, 41-year-old Kristen Brown and her 7-year-old daughter Evie, they were stabbed by Nathan Brown at an in-home daycare in Hopkins. Authorities say prior to that attack, Brown killed his mother, 78-year-old Alice Brown, at her home in Burnsville. Our Ryan Katene was at tonight's vigil and joins us with more. This is such a sad and tragic story, Ryan.
Yeah, it's hard to even put into words, Kevin, and we're still learning more about Alice, Kristen, and Evie, all of whom are clearly so loved by their family and their friends. And tonight, those friends and family members are supported by a village, as the Hopkins mayor put it, coming together to grieve, remember, and honor their lives.
Just a mile away from where a mother and her daughter were killed.
It's been so hard.
These mothers, daughters, and so many families.
It is very hard to know what to say.
Are now together
in a moment like this.
Remembering Kristen Brown, her little girl Evie, and Evie's grandmother Alice.
Just want people to remember Alice.
Terry Blau volunteered at an adult day center with Alice and says her colleague was one of a kind.
She was just, you don't meet a lot of people like an Alice, you know? She loved her granddaughter.
Kristen's family says Evie, like many 7-year-olds, was full of energy and loved to dance. And caring for Evie and other children was Kristen's superpower.
Kristen was the smartest, the most creative, the kindest, the most patient. She was the best at everything. And we miss her so much.
Both brilliant and creative, those who knew her say Kristen had a deep desire to help people and was studying to become a speech pathologist.
Everything she did was because she wanted to be a better mom to her daughter.
Authorities believe Kristen's husband fatally stabbed her and their daughter inside the home daycare they owned together. On the same day, they say he also killed his mother and then took his own life.
Keep the fire burning in your eyes.
But tonight isn't about how Kristen, Evie, and Alice passed away. It's about what they passed on to the people around them.
And we really miss them.
A daughter, mom, and grandmother taken away together and remembered by families grieving together from a loss they cannot understand.
It's going to take time. It's going to take time.
We also received a statement from the families enrolled at Brown Bear Daycare saying it was a second home for their children. They remember Evie as the heart of that daycare and Kristen as a warm, nurturing caregiver who loved their children as her own. Now, please remember, help is available if you or someone you love is experiencing domestic violence. The Minnesota Day One Crisis Line is free, confidential, and available 24/7. Kevin.
Important information there. We're thinking of all the loved ones of the victims too tonight.